We're going live, and Lily, the live is not for you, my little sweetie pie. Okay, we're back here as we're calling it a day because I gotta do some preppy prep for Paris. But
yes,
Paris
at home.
Et voilà, j'arrive.
Yes.
But that story that you shared about how the net changed your life,
Yes.
and that is truly inspiring, especially for so many artists, because we put so much heart and soul into our work, and you're just like sometimes going from job to job or doing 10 jobs at once, and that
it can
truly,
turn on a dime.
Yeah.
It can change overnight.
Yeah, no, I loved how you literally went from using your last $50 that you had just made to buy a bouquet of flowers for your agent, to flying to Vancouver, getting this relocation check, and getting the lead on a show, the net. And
you know the first thing I bought in Vancouver?
What did you buy?
An umbrella, because it was pouring.
That should be on an Instagram meme. That's what it should be on.
Yeah.
I know there is like millions of projects that you've worked on, Mackenzie.
Yes.
Like I know we can just go on and on and on and on.
I picked a couple I thought had a distinct story about overcoming something.
Thank you, because that's what I'm into. That's what my audience is into. And you really inspired me today, because I feel like I've known you for so long, but we really never really had a chance to sit down and just hang out and dig deep and share stories.
Yes.
And you were certainly.
I see you every day.
Yeah.
Your feed comes up, and it's like here I am on the beach. Here I am with Loki. Here I am getting my hair done by that wild hairdresser. It's all great.
Well, you have had a truly remarkable career, and I feel like you're a very inspiring human being.
Well,
and I feel like the work you've done, and like
I was going to say just about when you don't try to inspire people, you can through stories. So, So I lost my leg 3 years ago. Well, almost 4. And
I wasn't sure if you wanted to talk about that, so I didn't really want to touch.
No, actually, but it was. I was filming in El Salvador. A super microbe got into my foot. I was back in Canada when things blew up and so on, and we tried to save it, and a whole year went by that we couldn't save it. But the day that I found out that I was getting my leg amputated and there was nothing we could do, I was like, okay, well, let's do it. Save my life. Let's do it. I'll walk. I'll be able to be okay. So the next morning when I'd had the surgery done, and I'd posted bits about it on Facebook, and literally thousands of people asking, are you okay? What's going on? So I took a picture like people do at the beach where they have their legs and a Corona and the ocean going by. And but it was me with one leg missing, like the bandaged leg.
I saw that.
And I just said, well, it's a pirate's life for me. And I guess I'll be able to pay pirates, and there'll be no CGI. I just kind of made jokes about it. And apparently this was during COVID. When I made jokes each week, I thought I'll just treat it lightly, because that's how you have to be. You have to accept things and maybe find humor in it. I healed faster than people who've been in the hospital longer than me. I got out faster. I learned to walk faster, and all because I think I had a healthy attitude. But when I got asked to be on podcasts, everything else as an inspirational person, when all I was doing was just saying, "Hey, I'm okay." But sometimes that can have power for people.
It really does.
Which is why I chose the stories to tell you, because there's a lot of actors out there struggling right now. It's very strange since COVID and then the strike and changed dynamics and so on. So there's a lot of people saying, where has it gone? What's happened? Am I retired? And you yourself, you were saying there's been hits and misses, misses. You going, what's going on?
Almost. There's a lot of almost.
A lot of almost, yes. Like close, but no cigar.
But it's at the same time, like it does affect your mental health. And it's like, people are like, oh, just get over it, or like water off a duck's back. Well, this is the career you chose. You should have a thick skin. And it's like, well, you know what? I'm an artist. I'm a sensitive person. Like
thick skins wear down after you keep grinding them down.
Well,
but anyway, so I thought, telling some stories about
that
how
is
things
truly
can
inspiring.
Change without expecting it, or when you put in the work or whatever. And, those are the stories that I like to hear. I love it. Somebody's walking down the street and they turn the way they'd never go.
Yeah.
And that's happened to me in my life too.
Yeah.
It can a left turn, a right turn, whatever can take you to somewhere amazing. So that would be my message. Also, I'd just like to say, because this is TELUS, I have been a TELUS customer since I came to Vancouver. And
that's like 3 decades?
25 years now.
Wow, almost 3 days.
And the first cell phone I ever owned was a TELUS phone. I've been a customer ever since, and they've treated me pretty well, very well. Very well, actually. And I think what they do with the Story Hive and with the various development programs they have is a really, really great contribution, and it's giving back to people who really do need that help. And I know so many people have been aided by Story Hive.
It's made such a difference for me, especially last year, like during COVID. Sorry, not during COVID, during the strike.
Yeah.
Like literally, I put the submission, like it was due. I got it in an hour before the deadline. I found out about it like 3 days before it was due. And I'm like, how am I going to do it? I convinced someone to be a part of it who didn't want to be a part of it. And they're like, okay, I'll just do it until I get a job. And guess what? Strike happened. So I'm just so grateful that I had work.
Right.
I had work not just for me, but for someone else as well. And like, then they asked me to come back. And it's just been such a blessing.
They're a great company,
and
happy to be on your TELUS show,
or
TELUS sponsored show, and they're very good. And I also know that when you're in Paris, as I just was in Paris last year, that I never had any phone trouble. So c'est bon.
Et voilà, très bien, monsieur. Well, Mackenzie Gray, I know there's so many things we can talk about. I can't believe we've been talking for like almost an hour and a half. Time's just like gone by. And
my watch must have stopped.
I also don't want you to get a parking ticket, because of me.
Yeah. Oh yes. Well.
Yeah.
I can't drive anymore.
Okay.
When I lost my leg, it's the right leg. If I lost the left leg,
I'm not thinking.
I can still drive. But the right leg, you have to re-earn your license, and you have to do a special course, and it's very expensive.
Okay.
And so I'm one of the driven.
Voila. Perfect.
I think that's an annoying way to put it because my girlfriend was my chauffeur, but I took.
She's your Uber. You have an Uber account at home.
Yes. Well, Well, no.
Sorry.
No, I don't abuse it, but I took transit here.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, transit's okay.
Amazing. We love it. Yeah, I take transit. I love it.
Yeah, it works.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Mackenzie Gray. I appreciate you so much. This was so lovely. Like, I enjoyed this so much. Laughs, and you brought really great energy. It's just so comfortable and easy being around you. And you're a real storyteller, because when you share stories, like I was going on the journey with you, and the time just flew by. And thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate you. We're going to have to bring you back. My pleasure. And if you guys found this inspiring or were moved by the conversation today, please do let me know. Get in touch. Or I will share Mackenzie's information. If you want to follow him on social media, you can, or send him a message. Until next time, I'm your host, Zara Durrani. We've got a couple more interviews lined up before we call it. Until next time, until next season, I will join you on the next interview. I'm Zara Durrani, and the show is produced with the support of TELUS Story Hive. Thank you for watching. Et voilà!
It's so weird seeing myself with the beard because I'm so